Netflix may be heading towards bankruptcy. This statement may sound crazy when you consider that just a few years ago they were the darlings of tech. Netflix was part of the famed FANG stocks, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google that made hedge fund managers rich. In 2014, they swept the Emmy Awards with their original programming. They ruled the media content world. So, what happened? In recent years, the company has struggled to retain its relevance in an increasingly crowded market. As competitors like Amazon Prime Video, Hulu, and Disney Plus have entered the fray, Netflix has been forced to compete on multiple fronts, from content creation to pricing and everything in between. And as the competition has heated up, so has Netflix's desperation to turn a profit. The company has been making some questionable decisions as of late, from raising prices to cutting beloved shows to investing in poor-quality content. The streaming wars has been brutal for Netflix. Do they have what it takes to survive? Chapter 1. Noble Intentions. Remember Blockbuster? Once upon a time, it was the king of the movie rental business, with over 9,000 stores worldwide and millions of customers renting DVDs and VHS tapes. It was a behemoth of the video rental industry, with thousands of stores all over the world. However, the company was extremely slow to adapt to the changes in technology and customer preferences. While Netflix was revolutionizing the streaming industry, Blockbuster was still focused on physical stores and rental fees. Blockbuster's late fee policy was particularly notorious. Customers were charged a fee if they returned a rental late or did not rewind their tapes, and these fees could quickly accumulate to exorbitant amounts. Ironically, as the story goes, it was one of Blockbuster's own late fees that became the catalyst for a revolutionary change in the industry. When Netflix founder Reed Hastings was charged a late fee by Blockbuster, he was inspired to create a company that focused on providing better service and value to its customers. By offering a subscription model with no late fees and a wider selection of titles, Netflix quickly became a game changer in the industry and eventually led to Blockbuster's total demise. Chapter 2. DVDs Anyone. Finally, Netflix was founded in 1997 by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph as a DVD by mail rental service. In the early 2000s, it pioneered the concept of a subscription-based DVD rental service, where users could sign up for a monthly subscription and rent DVDs without incurring any late fees. This was a game changer in the home entertainment industry. The convenience of having DVDs delivered straight to their homes without having to leave their couches quickly made Netflix a hit among customers. The company's subscription-based model also helped them establish a loyal customer base, which contributed to its early success. However, as technology continued to advance, the DVD by mail model started to become outdated. In 2007, the streaming giant made a strategic move by introducing a new streaming service that allowed users to watch movies and TV shows online. This was a revolutionary concept that paved the way for the streaming industry as we know it today. The sale of TVs with built-in streaming technology like Roku or Fire Stick On accelerated the adoption of Netflix. By offering a vast library of content at a low monthly subscription fee, Netflix quickly became the go-to streaming service for millions of viewers worldwide. Their early success with their DVD rental service and their strategic move into the streaming industry laid the foundation for Netflix's future growth and expansion. But let's not forget that Netflix's success wasn't just about their innovative rental system. It was also because they had a massive selection of movies and TV shows, which they acquired by striking deals with major studios and networks. In fact, as its popularity grew, so did its revenues. In 2002, the company went public, and its IPO was a huge success, raising $82.5 million. This allowed them to expand their DVD library, invest in more efficient distribution methods, and attract new customers. By 2005, Netflix had over 4.2 million subscribers and was generating over $682 million in revenue. Its success was also reflected in its share prices. In the early 2000s, their shares were trading at around $5, but by 2007, they had risen to over $40. This made the company one of the most successful tech companies of the early 2000s, and its innovative business model and customer-centric approach were widely praised. However, the company was about to face its biggest challenge yet, as the world of entertainment was about to undergo a major transformation. Chapter 3. Be Original, My Friend. What really catapulted Netflix into the stratosphere was its original content. Netflix found resounding success with its original content strategy, spearheaded by groundbreaking series such as Stranger Things, House of Cards, and Orange is the New Black. These shows garnered widespread critical acclaim and numerous accolades. Stranger Things became a cultural phenomenon, earning multiple Primetime Emmy Awards and Screen Actors Guild Awards. House of Cards, a political drama, received critical acclaim and made history by being the first streaming series to win Primetime Emmy Awards. Similarly, Orange is the New Black, a prison dramedy, captivated audiences and garnered several Primetime Emmy Awards and Screen Actors Guild Awards. Through these innovative and award-winning series, Netflix solidified its reputation as a trailblazer in original programming. Chapter 4. Declaration of War. However, the company's success didn't last too long. With the rise of competing streaming services like Amazon Prime, Disney+, HBO Max, and Hulu, Netflix started to lose its edge. The streaming wars began. As Netflix's streaming service gained popularity, the company faced a new challenge: licensing content. In order to offer a wide range of movies and TV shows to their subscribers, Netflix had to negotiate licensing agreements with content providers. However, as the competition in the streaming space grew, these licensing fees became more and more expensive. They were no longer the only player in the streaming game, and other streaming services were also vying for the same content. This resulted in bidding wars for exclusive streaming rights to popular shows and movies, driving up the cost of licensing fees. Netflix's success and popularity also made them a prime target for studios and networks looking to maximize its profits. Chapter 5. Laughingstock. Once hailed as the pioneer of the streaming revolution, Netflix has recently found itself in the midst of controversy and ridicule due to its reckless spending on original content. What was once considered a bold and daring move has now turned the company into a laughingstock as the streaming giant squanders vast amounts of money on ill-conceived projects that fail to resonate with audiences. With a seemingly endless budget, Netflix embarked on a reckless spending spree, greenlighting a plethora of shows and movies without proper scrutiny or consideration for quality. Those of us that remember Iron Fist or The Ridiculous Six are still in shock that Netflix actually greenlit such projects. This cavalier approach has led to lackluster productions that not only lack substance but also fail to justify the exorbitant costs associated with their creation. As a result, Netflix's reputation as a curator of exceptional content has been tarnished. When you become a parody on South Park, you know you've hit rock bottom. Chapter 6. The Bell Tolls for Thee. As the clock struck midnight on April 1, 2022, Netflix made a shocking announcement that sent shockwaves throughout the industry. They had not only failed to gain any new subscribers, but they had actually lost a staggering 200,000 of them. This was the first time in over a decade that the streaming giant had seen such a significant drop in their subscriber base, and the consequences were devastating. Within hours of the announcement, Netflix's stock plummeted by over 70% from its peak, wiping out billions of dollars in market value. Panic and chaos ensued as investors and analysts scrambled to make sense of what had happened. The company's executives pulled out every excuse in the book, blaming everything from password sharing to global conflicts. But the truth remained a mystery. In the days and weeks that followed, the world waited with bated breath for answers. But as time passed, it became clear that Netflix had no real explanation for what had happened. Their competitors faced similar challenges, but they managed to weather the storm while Netflix faltered. Netflix had lost its edge. Competitors like HBO Max had taken their place as the cool streaming disruptor. Netflix was bleeding capital and badly needed cash. To make matters worse, they announced plans to crack down on password sharing.
more probably dramatic to a lot of people is that password sharing could be a thing of the past as well. Netflix threatening to shut down on that.
A move that went against the cool friend of the consumer brand they had once built. This angered loyal subscribers and had created ill will. And to prove there are no shortage of bad ideas at Netflix, they were now working on a cheaper version of their service supported by ads.
Again, that's starting today. It has less of a selection of programming as well.
Becoming no better than the cable model they were supposed to disrupt. The future of Netflix is uncertain, but one thing is clear: they have a long way to go to regain the trust and loyalty of their audience. Whether they can pull it off remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: they cannot afford to make any more mistakes. The founders of Crocs took the ugliest shoes in the world and turned them into a multi-billion-dollar empire. Find out how they did it in our video about the Crocs brand. It will leave you inspired.